Hey YouTube, MrRampro here again, and we've got another Columbia River knife and tool product with us here. So let's go ahead and see what's in the box. This is a Ron Lake designed pocket knife. Comes with a leather sheath for belt carry. Kind of a different design of that leather sheath. Have not tried it. It's pretty thick leather. Have not tried the sheath whatsoever. Looks like you would be able to carry it horizontal or vertical, the way these slash marks are placed in here. So, just a nice feature. If I have the option, I'll usually carry it horizontally instead of vertically. So, that's just how I prefer it, and it seems to work the best for me. You don't have near as much stuff bumping into crap and all that nonsense. But let's go ahead and see what we've got. This is called the Lake Sentinel, and it has a thuya wood, thuya root, something like that, wood scales down here on the bottom, and you've got some machined aluminum inside, little deals or whatever. But this is a first glance. I have not really used this knife whatsoever, and I'll go ahead and tell you, not a big fan so far. I wish I was. Looking at the ad, it looked like it was pretty nice, but so far, no, not good, not digging it. What we have, I'll go ahead and just go ahead and go through the features. You got a 3.5-inch blade, 4 1/4 closed, no pocket clips, so you do have to carry it with the leather holster here. So that's about your only option with that. Your blade shape really is kind of nice. I like how it kind of dips down a little bit because you've got an extra little thumb ramp deal, and you've got kind of a drop point blade shape, or whatever you want to call it. So let's see, right here it says Lake Design, Sentinel patent number, and some little model number, something like that. You've got your adjustable pivot screws with this little tri deal here. I did not see a key that came with it, so I'm guessing, I'm searching the box real quick, don't see it, so you'll have to manage on your own if you want to adjust that, so that's not cool. Your thumb stud is just a hexagon. Not cool either. Just got the sharp point sticking out here. Doesn't really allow for a lot of good purchase. It's really small, and I'm just not getting that good on it. I really don't like it. This is probably more for a show than go kind of knife. And there's no jimping here on the back whatsoever, which really doesn't matter to certain guys. It really doesn't matter to me. I do notice that you do have the lock that hits your finger, because it sticks up a little higher, so the lock hits your finger if it's back here on the back, which might not be the most comfortable, or might be actuated when not intended. It does use the locks system, and keeps the liner lock from activating. This looks more like a more hokey design, and I know you're not really. Let me go ahead and just explain that to you. This locks system here does not come all the way down. It's just a little shim that slides out. And the other ones, you'll see that there's actually a little piece of support on that tang that goes across and prevents, even if you were to push this as hard as you could, prevents you from bending that lock system. So that's an extra feature. This doesn't have it. Not cool. Really, I probably wouldn't use it, but you know, I like to see a little extra for my money, that kind of thing, especially when cheaper models have the same exact thing. So I just like to see it. We'll go ahead. This blade steel is the 8CR14 MOV stainless steel. Pretty nice. I've had decent luck with it in the past, and can't say too much. Like I said before in a couple of my other videos, if I can sharpen it and keep an edge on it pretty well over time, then I'm happy with it. So it doesn't matter what you call it. But I do know that in my experience in the past, you know, there's some that stick out as sore losers. So you do have a aluminum handle, like I said, with these nice. They almost look like burl wood or something. Well, this side does, anyways. And it's kind of weird that I noticed that, but both of these handle scales look like different wood. So that's kind of weird. You can see the pattern here and the pattern there, and up close they do actually look different. So this is more of what you would see on a root system piece of wood here, and this more looks like just regular wooden handle scale. So I don't know, you do have these orange anodized little aluminum inserts there, but you can tell the lack of attention to detail. They're centered on this side, and on this side not centered. You see the holes are off to the side, and that's just that lack of attention to detail that really chaps my you-know-what when I'm coming to spending my own money on a product I really just prefer the better quality. So in my book, it's okay. Definitely a leave on the shelf kind of thing to me. Like I said, I haven't used it. You do have more of a full flat grind, so that's kind of nice. It starts really close up here to the top of the edge, but I would go ahead and say that's close to full. And really the blade shape, I don't have a problem with. You've got a nice little belly here to cut with. It's nice and thin, got a good point. Don't have too much of a problem with that. I do have a problem with handle design, as far as how fat it is, and realistically just not that convenient as far as a pocket knife. I do understand that going into it, I bought it and it did have a leather sheath. I do understand that, and I also know that there's a lot of knives out there that have leather sheaths and pocket clips for options, but this does have a lanyard hole here in the back, and the rest of your screws on here are the Torx screws. But so far, it just doesn't strike me as anything super fancy or anything that I would really like. It is a classy looking knife, and if you got one where all the attention to detail was right on, this would not be a bad knife to maybe put in your pocket, take out, and use to kind of show off to people. But the carry method, this thing is kind of heavy, so if you were going to put it in dress slacks, it would not really work that well. And this leather pocket clip or leather tool pouch on your belt pouch, whatever you want to call it, is not going to go with your dress slacks to church. So you can see what I'm saying. Make your own decision, but to me, I'm just going to give this as a classy piece to put in your collection, and that's about it. In slight class at that. So I appreciate you guys watching. That concludes that review, and if you guys got any questions, let me know. This is MrRampro. You guys have a good one. Thanks a lot.